Gary. This is December 6th, something like that, 2019 lesson. Okay, so we're talking about added dress. Let's see if you're ready. Yeah, you're ready to go. So it looks like your neck's sagging a bit.
Okay.
And like I said before I started recording, your eye line is at the ball. His is like a couple feet above it, something like that. And the problem with that is that the shoulder comes around, and if it's too flat, it's going to bump into your chin, restrict your backswing, and we end up raising our head out of it. So let's see how it goes. But, like I said before I started recording, to the naked eye, this swing is better, and you're striking the ball very well. Okay, so here's the takeaway.
Still shot.
Yeah, well, with the problem that we have is, here's the shaft. It's 90 degrees off from where it should be. See where, on Adam Scott you can see. See, he gets it right here. Toe of the club up, and the shaft is coming out of the monitor, so it's right above his toe line. So he's really on plane, so he just lifts it up here on plane and sets it here. You've got it in here. Now the toe of the club, when the club is parallel to the ground, is up, which is good, and the hand path hasn't left you, so it's come nicely inside. The bad news is that the club has moved. It should be here, and it's like a foot and a half outside. Now, again, why is that swing plane important? Because to hit the ball, it's got to come back right like that. So the further we deviate from the swing plane, that means the bigger the corrective error is to get it back on plane. But look what happens here. This is pretty interesting. Part of that, you're bending that right elbow in here and pulling it inside. So then, good athlete. Bingo, you're right on plane, and you're in a spot similar to him. Look, this is very, very similar. See how the shaft is pointed out here? That's a laid-off position. That's excellent. But here's the problem. You had to work hard to get there. So instead of right from here to this laid-off position, you go here and then raise it, and so the club is traveling. And so it's actually inside maybe a foot and a half. Sometimes it may be inside a foot, other times 2 feet. So there's no way of knowing exactly when a foot and a half each time. If you take it right back here, there's no deviation. It's either spot on or it's not. So you don't have to. So you got the club out of position by a foot and a half. Now you've got to put it back on plane, go with exactly a foot and a half to get it back on plane. So you have to work real hard. It's tough to time those things, and that's where inconsistency comes from. These big excursions from the swing plane, the one off and the one compensating and getting back on is kind of screwing things up. However, so even though you're at this point, you've introduced some possibilities of inconsistency by too far from the swing plane. At the top, this is really good position. If I was going to do anything, you still have that elbow. We want to air out the armpit.
So elbow's got to get closer.
Well, no, closer to the body this way. But you want to air out the armpit. There's a old school of thought was put a towel in the No. You like this, you have no width. Look, I just extended, 4 or 5 more inches for width. So the idea now is air out the armpit, but the elbow's pointed down here. The elbow's pointed down nice, but it just seems like a little in here.
Well, no, I agree, because that's what I've been trying to do is to get it in here rather than extending my left arm. And then
so the other thing, you have that left knee bulging out like that, and we really want it folding like this because it's bulging out like that. You get a good chance of belly to the ball to see what happens. So let me circle this. So these are areas we want to work on.
all right.
See, you can drive a truck through there, and his elbow is because you can see the shadow coming out of the screen. Right. So I mean, give you this picture. Okay, so the good news is the heads come back a little and come up. Let's see. Yeah, that's okay. See that shoulder is bumping into your chin. It's amazing though. A lot of times it pushes the head up. We'll see from face on if it restricts your back swing.
Okay.
But it'd be better if that chin was up a bit. Okay, so good grades here. If I was going to improve anything, I'd get a better, air out the armpit a bit, and instead of that knee jetting out like that, to go towards the other knee. Okay, so now, as you come down, all on plane, this is really good. This is why, look at this. This is really good. See how that's all on plane?
Yep.
Okay. It's on plane except as you get to the ball, see where the shaft is? It's kind of a blur, but the shaft should be right up the arm, forearm. Whoops. So, what's here yours is, let me do a different color here. So, you start out with it perfectly on plane, and then it gets steep.
Okay.
And we really want to go the opposite way. So you're perfect here, and you start down, and then it starts going like this. Instead of here. So a lot of that is that elbow is floating. So if that elbow floats to the side, look what happens to the shaft. If it goes to the side like Hogan and all the good guys, bam, look what happens. It shallows this out, goes right up my forearm. See that?
Okay.
So now I can attack from the inside.
Okay.
So then okay. So then you come through. It's close. You see the club face is open.
Looks like it was.
Yeah. Okay, so this is out of place, but I love the lower body action. See, you keep that left cheek against the back wall. That's really good. No 18 handicap has that action. So you've compensated. Again, it should be over here, and then when it moves, it just goes like this. When it's here, it's got to go here, and then snap, and then back. You've made that move, so I'm not going to sweat this. Just knee. Just don't worry about that, because look, see that? You recovered nicely. Now, let's see where the blur is. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so not only is it not on your forearm, look where the blur of the club head is. See it's outside your hands?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
So that's going to be, so it's nice here, and then all of a sudden it gets deep, and then there's a blur of the club face out here, so you're going to pull it. Now, the tendency is if you're going to pull it, is to leave the club face open and kind of slice it back. The body computer figures it out. If you, just as I thought, if you're coming in here and you have this world-class lower body turn like this, and here, ball is going to go left and more left. So your body computer, I'll exaggerate, goes, oh, this is coming in steep, I'm going to hit it left, so just kind of hang on. So you never get to a point of, toe the club up here, to toe the club up here, to close up the club face. You got to kind of toe the club up here and want to hold on to it.
Yeah.
That's why your club face is open. Okay. So just as I thought, the reason that you're slicing, you're exactly right. The only way the ball can curve right is you have an open club face.
Yep.
But what caused the open club face is the steepness like this. But I'm telling you, this move with your lower body is really good. We can work with that. So there's not much wrong. And look at this. Turn up on your toe. Mm-hmm. Good balance. You can hold that. Let's see what it looks like from the other dimension. Yeah. Oops. I mean, you got your grip kind of over strong again. Okay. You're kind of under it instead of that knuckle on top. I forgot to mention that too.
Okay.
Okay, so we got a little bit of slide, right? Because our right hip started here. Mm-hmm. Okay, so it's you got kind of this action. Okay. In reality, that hip, there should be space between that line, that green line, and your hip, because we're rotating back, right? The only way you can get outside the green line is
you move back.
Yeah, and the trouble with swaying is you got to sway back the exact amount there, and if you sway back too much, you'll pop it. If you don't sway enough back, you're going to hit a tap. But this is really good here, okay? And look, but see, that's enough of a turn. If you had that chin down and you could only get like this. But you've got the shoulder behind the ball, and the right shoulder disappears. It'll be smoother if you have the chin up, but it's not causing any trauma. Okay. And a lot of people break down that arm. Okay, so now the head has come up because that cross was the bridge of your nose. Okay. When we started, see that? There's a bridge of your nose when you started. Okay, so you get kind of this lifting with your head. Okay. And I think it's because that shoulder is bumping into your chin. All right. So you're swaying off, and see that's but that's old school. Remember Curtis Strange? He used to swing, let that thing slide back.
Yeah.
And but not anymore. I mean, they just turn right around it. Single axis of rotation here, whereas he swung back here, so kind of this is an axis, and then he comes through and swing like this. Not anymore. So we need to clean that up a bit, but a lot of good things here. You come down, this is pretty good lag in here. Here.
Yeah.
And there's the blur, so it could be anywhere here. That's pretty good lag.
Yeah.
So we like that. And this is really good. So this is a good, and you release the right side. That's what we like. But there's just a little too much motion from this. Let's save this.